Welcome to the EarlyON! We offer programs and services for children 0 to 6 years old and their parents and caregivers in Brantford and Brant County. I'm Ellie, and these are my friends joining us to read Dear Girl. This story was written by Amy Krouse.Enjoying and Paris Rosenthal, a mom and her daughter who wrote encouraging, happy words about being you and taking care of yourself. So, girls and mums might listen to this video together. Or friends, you might think of all the people who love you, like your neighbors, friends, and family members, while you listen to this story. The pictures in this story were illustrated by Holly Hatham, and the book was made by Harper.
Dear girl,
keep your arm raised. You have smart things to say. Dear girl, look at yourself in the mirror. Say thank you to something that makes you, you. Thank you, Freckles. Thank you, Birthmark. Thank you, red hair. Dear girl, sometimes you just need a good cry. Sometimes you'll need a friend. Sometimes you'll need to be alone. Sometimes you'll need a tissue. Sometimes you'll need a bucket because there's so many tears. Dear girl, do you know that there is no such thing as asking too many questions? Who? What? When? Where? Why? How? Dear girl, write down your thoughts once in a while, or draw pictures about them, even if it's just to enjoy the way your pen feels on the paper. Dear girl, make your room awesome. Make your room you. And while you're at it, make your bed. Dear girl, don't ever lose your sense of wonder. What could she be wondering about? Dear girl, sometimes you've just gotta stop and dance. Dear girl, find people like you. Find people unlike you. Dear girl, create traditions. Traditions are something that you do often. Like some people do something at the same time every year that's special. Like fun, crazy handshakes and silly inside jokes. Dear girl, if your instinct, that feeling in your tummy, is telling you to say no, say no. Let's hear you. Well done. Dear girl, coloring outside the lines is okay too. Dear girl, there are no rules about what to wear or how to cut your hair. Except maybe dress for the weather so you're warm, and make sure you've got a grown-up if you're using scissors. Dear girl, you know what's really boring? When people say how bored they are. Use your imagination to take you to another place. or to think of something fun to do. Dear girl, you won't be invited to every single party on the planet. Whoa, that's a lot of parties. And that's really okay. Imagine how exhausted you would be if you went to all those parties. Dear girl, a tree trunk is the perfect place for thoughts. To be thunk? That's a silly word. I agree though. Outside by a tree is a great place to slow down and think. Dear girl, whenever you need an encouraging boost, like a big cheer, remember, you can turn to any page in this story. Most of all, dear girl, always know that you can always, always, always turn to someone who loves you. You have so many people who care about you. Let's sing a song about that. This is a song you might know from Sharon, Lois, and Bram. Skinnamarink-a-dinky-dink, skinnamarink-a-doo. I love you. Skinnamarink-a-dinky-dink, skinnamarink-a-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening underneath the moon. Skinnamarink-a-dinky-dink, skinnamarink-a-doo. I love you too. Boop boop be doo. Mwah! Thanks for joining our EarlyON activity today.